in prison. So I'm walking around the wall. This a little bit after I had got out of GD. I'm no longer the folks. I'm actually politicking and conversing with one of the guys. He asking me about certain things within the organization. He asking me about this, he asking me about that, he telling me what's going on, he asking me how he should handle this, how he should handle that. Now that's dangerous for me to do because I'm no longer a part of the business. So I can't be discussing the business. It's dangerous, extremely dangerous for him to be doing, telling me what's going on within the organization, and I'm no longer a part of the organization. He at more risk than me. And for me to even be having this conversation, I'm actually putting myself at risk because he could easily lie and go tell the folk, man, Joe T pulled up on me, man, he was trying to discuss the business and this and that. And before you know it, some of the G's who didn't like me because I had removed myself, they could have used that as an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? But it was certain guys that I used to talk to, you know what I'm saying, kick it with, that I still looked at them a certain type of way. It ain't had nothing to do with the business. Like I looked at them as brothers. See, what a lot of people don't realize in prison, you know what I'm saying, outside of gangs and organizations, you actually find like real solid people, like friends, like you form real brotherhoods in there. Like I'm still cool with some people that I was locked up with in prison. To this day, I have better relationships with them than people that I knew all my life on the street. He so happened to be one of these guys that regardless of what we were talking about, I knew it was going to stay between me and him. And very rarely do you find that in the penitentiary where you can kick it with somebody on their level and you know what I'm saying, everything. If anything, he going to stand on it and he going to take his lick, you know what I'm saying, just to keep me out of the way. You know what I'm saying? So he telling me some things that's going on within the body. And when he telling me these, like, what I'm saying, hey, see, bruh, see, that's one of the main reasons I left. Like, everything that you telling me right now is some of the same stuff that was going on. And the brothers he talking about, it was the same brothers that was in the positions. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? And he just asked me what can he do and this is that. And while me and him talking, another one of the guys who was down on the bottom wall, he getting ready to play domino, and I used to be his partner. Dominoes and spades, you know what I'm saying? I'd be his partner. But when he hollered at me, hey, Joe T, man, I need you, my guy. I said, man, what's going on, my guy? I said, what we doing? He said, man, look, I'm finna get down with the 33s and what. I said, we ain't even, you know what I'm saying? I ain't even on that type of time. But he knew what he was talking about. You know what I'm saying? He was like, man, look, man, cuz didn't want to get down. I said, man, what we doing though? He said, man, I'm gambling. He said, man, I need my partner. I said, bro, you know I can't, you know what I'm saying? I don't even, you know what I'm saying? I ain't finna come down there and play dominoes and spades with you if you gambling, you know what I'm saying? I ain't finna gamble with your money, you know what I'm saying? Because as soon as you lose, you can get mad at me before you know it, me and you into it, you know what I'm saying? And if I'm into it with you and I'm no longer the business, get what? They can easily say that they into it with your G, you know what I'm saying? Because they gonna run to your aid, they gonna aid and assist you, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got no aid and assist. But, you know what I'm saying, because of my name in the penitentiary at the time, 9 times out of 10, you know what I'm saying, every gang or organization would have, you know, hey, and I don't say that from an arrogant place. It's about how you carry yourself. Commercial break me, please. See, the word tell you that a good name is better than choice gold and silver. And see, that's what people don't understand. Most people go to the penitentiary and they get affiliated because they scared. Most people join religions in the penitentiary because they scared. You wonder why so many people come out of the penitentiary and they Muslims and this and that and they come up. Yeah, they start to believe it, but 9 times out of 10, they jumped in it for protection. But see, this is the thing about when it come to that right there. See, they'll run to your aid and assistance, but at the same time, they'll cross you out. And a lot of times, like I was telling in the last video, fear is the worst thing you can really have when it comes to that. Because people will see somebody who was fearful get attacked and something happened to them, and people will stand down. And at the time, it's just like when it comes to peons and people who was neutral, people who was kind of stand-up guys, people who they take care of their business, they pay their debts, they mind their own business, they don't get in nobody's business. But they didn't have to become affiliated because they stood on being a man. They stood on morals, principles, and values. And just on the strength of that alone, if they was at the domino table, if they was at the spade table, if they was playing whatever game that they was playing, and somebody who was affiliated or somebody who was in an organization or a gang decided, oh, they gonna pick on this person because he ain't nothing, and everybody in here, Aryan Nation, Bloods, Crips, Vice Lords, whoever, knew that this dude, he stay out of the way. He don't, you know what I'm saying? He work out, he pay the debts, like he ain't even on all that. They gonna come to his aid based off of his name. The words say a good name is better than choice gold and silver. It's What does your character say? What does your personality say? What do people say about you? And what people say about you, what you don't realize is what will protect and save you. So when I was like, nah, bro, I can't even do that, my guy. I can't do that, my guy. And he respected that. So I'm still sitting on the walk. I'm chilling with the brother. You know what I'm saying? We ain't even politicking no more. We just sitting talking about penitentiary and what's going on, who doing this, and the kitchen man this, and the sandwiches ain't this no more. And I seen the boy go in such and such sale. He came out of such and such sale and went in such and such sale. You know, dude hold stuff for what's the name them. You know what I'm saying? We just sit here, you know, we prison politicking at this time. And while we sitting here conversing, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking to him, he talking back. You know what I'm saying? We having a whole little conversation. Brother asked me to come down there and gamble with him. He done got into it with the Crips. They down there arguing, you know what I'm saying? Why they arguing, but it was a playful argument at first, you know what I'm saying? It was a playful argument. They racking the dominoes up, right? They break them. Yeah, you ain't talking about the boom, boom, they going back and forth, right? So then I started noticing, you know what I'm saying? They started using certain lingo when they slamming the dominoes down. By the time I heard, listen, by the time I heard the Crip holler, Crip on that, he smacked the domino down. You know what I'm saying? I said, ooh, what's going on down there? Man, 3-piece, he, man, big home, and then I see folk, you know what I'm saying? Folks, he 2, 15. 19. I said, oh no, what's going on down there? But at this point, you know, I know the bruh said, bruh like, man, let me walk down here real quick, bro. I'll be right back. You know what I'm saying? So he go down there, he stand on security. But because I was a part of that, you know what I'm saying, I could tell everything started moving different. All the Crips, whether they was what them Crips was or not, they started gravitating towards the table. As they start gravitating towards the table, see the G's, they move completely different. See, 1 or 2 of them probably went down there and just sit down. But a couple of them, you know what I'm saying, they on top of the walk, they at the bottom of the walk, you know, they standing low by the pole, you know what I'm saying. They probably next to where they could get to knives and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying. They don't just gather around because they ain't finna do no spookism, you know what I'm saying. Because by the time all the Crips come over and all the G's come over, you know, people get in their head and they automatically assume it's finna go down. So now it's high, you know what I'm saying, everybody on high alert, you know what I'm saying, there's some tension, there's some hostility in the air. But at the time, this is what you notice in the penitentiary. It automatically turned in that to that kind of atmosphere, and it's like that kind of language is being spoke without a language being spoke. So what you notice was, only thing you can hear is his Crip and G in the whole entire unit. And while this is going down, I see the CO. The CO look, get up and walk out of the unit. The CO probably scared to death. Guess what? Me too. So I'm sitting here and I'm looking, you know what I'm saying? I'm just sitting here chilling at the time. I'm like, man, what they got going on? He still, man, Crip, cool. He cool. Still carry. Cool. 30 ball. 2, 15, 2, 19. I said, what they got going on? So by the time the G go to slam down one of the dominoes, cool. The domino fly up, cool. Hit the Crip, cool. When it hit the Crip, everything started moving in slow motion. I heard one of the other Crips say, oh, you tripping, cuz. As soon as he say that, one of the G's holler, man, GD, I said, what's going on? So the G's and the Crip, they, you know what I'm saying, it ain't a standout, but it's the dude that asked me to play, the brother that asked me to play dominoes, and the Crip that he playing again, they in each other's face, they and everybody in the unit just looking. But see, but listen, any opposition that time in the park, they hoping it go down. Because what they do in the pause is when you affiliate in any game or organization, they keeping numbers. So if you got 25 G's in the pod and you see 5 getting ready to crash out, that's a subtraction right there. You knock the numbers down from 25 to 5 because in the penitentiary, you know what I'm saying, it's strength in numbers. You know what I'm saying? If you got 17 vice lords in here and the vice lords get into it with somebody and we see 4 of them crash out, that 17 done turned into 13. And if you got 33 Crips in here, because it was always a lot of Crips, because when you count the Crips, you have to count every single one of them, then you can count them individually as well, because all Crips ain't gonna ride with different Crips. But sometimes you gotta count them all, because if they all sit down and politic in the cell together, what they gonna realize is we all different hoods, but we all Crips. And it's only one set of them, it's only one set of them, and it's only one set of them. So if we put all our numbers together, y'all got 15, we got 15, and they got 20. You do the math. That's 50 versus this one right here got 20, and they got this such and such. And it's harder for other organizations to sit down and say, we need to come together on the strength of, because they done collided and they done came together. So when you looking at something like that in the pod, that's how normally most organizations and gangs is gonna look at it. They gonna look at it as if, what if all the Crips ride together? Which means that everybody in the unit is gonna be outnumbered. But at the time, I'm feeling kind of free, because I'm sitting here chilling and I'm thinking to myself, you know, I'm not even affiliated, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I'm still kind of fresh. They still see me kicking with the G's at the time. They still see me. I probably work out with them every now and then. They might see me in the pod walking around just politicking with something. They might just every now and then, you know what I'm saying? One or two of them might come and sit with me at the job because I no longer sit with the G's. You know what I'm saying? And when we go to the back, when we go shoot ball, guess what? The G's is always picking me. So a lot of times, even though I had pulled out, they seen that the G's still mess with me and I still mess with them every now and then. We still mess with each other. So with that being said, what they look at it like is just like the government. The government feel like if they had to call martial law and it go down and something break out on American soil, they feel like anybody who in the prison, if they get out, they'll go against America. So if you want to find out what that means, go look up what they say they'll do to the prisoners if a war break out on America. So that's how gangs, that's how they looking at it. They looking at it like, even though Joe T done got out count, if something go down, he still fool with them, he might ride. So Joe T is considered still a potential threat. And what they do not know is Joe T ain't a threat. Joe T ain't got nothing to do with nothing. You know what I'm saying? Joe T gonna sit right here and watch the action. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, that ain't man, bro, you like Joe T gonna sit there and be like, man, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? I might even step in the cell and watch it from behind the door just in case y'all run up here and I go, hey, cub, I ain't got nothing to do with that, cub. You know, Joe T, man, wait a minute, man. That Joe T ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Joe T ain't affiliated with nothing. Them folks don't escort me to the shower.